most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game. They tend to have the advantage.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go here at Arrowhead. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Throwing, Willis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing, Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw, here's Willis. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Now, faking the give. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
To throw is Willis. That's taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down. Here's Willis. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
This one is really close, Mike. He makes the catch, but I don't think he's able to establish that possession with both feet in bounds. Could have been a really nice pickup, but instead...
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point by Aubrey is good, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're
nowhere to go, he is taken down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Throwing is Willis. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set him to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And
after rusher and receiver all leading the team, those teams finished 2-15, 3-13, 5-11. That dates back to 2018. So I don't know what we're seeing here because, like Shane said, the defense has not gotten better, in my opinion. And you lose your leading passer, rusher, and receiver. A defense that makes a lot of mistakes that they're just going to be all over. Aaron Rodgers might be the full goal in there. But I'm really interested to break down what the relationship between Arthur Smith and Rodgers will be like. Because you know, Rodgers like shotgun, second formation, he likes to see stuff, he likes to opt. When you look at what Arthur Smith has done, understanding play action, be on the run game, I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are new off of glass jars and dentures. Unique, you see madness. Well, I am the center. I'm only happy in the summer. When I watch out now, come and be water. It's I now, not going under. Not gonna let you go. Say what you watch out now. Come and be water. Damn, namaste. And Bali mama does, I'm searching for better days. Do you want it? I'm cutting loose. My switchblades be honest, cause I've learned something from years ahead. And if I got
something to say, then I'ma say something. Clapping for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing up sparks, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark, dark as midnight. It's beat swinging so hard, we in a fist. Tippy, tippy toe, watch me dip and roll. Round the corner on another level, watch my underglow. I'll be switching colors, red, green, and gold. I'm speaking the truth, and now I'm spitting heavy waters on the floor in the booth. Let's go.
Come heavy water. It's high now, not going under. Oh, not gonna let you go. Me want you, watch out now. Come heavy water. Now listen to me. Yeah. Gonna run down a bad man today. Gonna run down, gonna hunt down a bad man like Ray. When the sun down, gonna come round, set fire blaze. Gonna run down a bad man today. Tell the ragamuffin man, them not play. My bloodline, everyone, I got it come anyways. You know the struggling ain't living, so the hustle comes easy. So listen up when you hear me say, watch out now. Come heavy water. It's high now, not going under. Not gonna let you go. Pay what you watch out now. Come heavy run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. See us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
Money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some cloud around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gates, spewing that nonsense. On the phones, begging women to come out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. No sipping, and playing with waist change. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive a gang. Straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the visit. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision I could
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Step it and you work it back. Cause he don't beat on that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back.
Time to add to the cycle. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. They're hustling early, it's hardwired. Total bezel, frozen echo, black attire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Been getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Desperate Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a black, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. See us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back. fun to put it to the side. Mama had to cater for the coupe that we rode after school on the way to Popeyes. And wanna play both sides, it's a red dot, don't get on the wrong red eye. It's a neck shot, they became two of them guys. Man, two of them guys. I'm Paris, I'm France. I thought that I told you I need the advance. Put down your IG and look through my lens. A million to grandma, who did I offend? Me girl of your dreams, to me as a fan. I netted 10 million and did a little dance. I'm f***ing world, I my pants. My Uncle G told me that I had a chance. So then I popped out and did it again, and did it again, and did it again. I cannot respect them, where did he begin? Advice from the council, let nobody in. Been swearing through rumors, avoiding the trends. And I'm ducking the loony that come with the shows. I'm grateful to Mammon, he opened up doors. They bung on they tour bus to come and compose. I reach to the stars on my tippy toes. This greatest success where most fold. I tell you my past, that don't get old. But how could you ask? Like I don't be writing my raps. The critics got everyone tapped. You gotta relax. The city where nobody sleeps. Just tap in and that's where I'm at.
A closer. I think one of the most clutch plays.
On your top 5 tonight.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome everybody to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down. Here's Willis. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Oh, he put everything he had in it. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he pushed those tackles.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Willis to the air. Come near the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Hits his running back. Still going inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They'll throw on 1st. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Throw caught at the 6. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Willis now. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That's we're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Willis looking to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and of course, it's the incompletion.
Throw caught by his running back. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st. To throw, here's Willis. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing is Willis. He's trying to push the field. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. And the Eagles are going to take over after the interception. The Eagles with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Complete. Fights off with tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Willis. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Willis to throw it. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
To the air, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. They'll recover, still with it. And the Broncos take over just shy of the 40. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Got a man, it's Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Pass play coming here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Get out of here with a W, offense. Ready.
He's back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing deep to the left. Big gain downfield. Into the red zone. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Willis to the air. Finds his back complete. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Willis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A gain of 6 on the play. It's 3rd down. Pass play now. That's caught for the 1st. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Aubrey Good on the point after. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second and 4. Looking for a target. Ooh, incomplete there on second down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
He's on the move. Finding Thomas near the sideline. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the... Second and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. Breaks out the spin cycle. He's in. Touchdown. The Eagles now trail by just a point in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Willis now.
Oh, he's there. Oh, good ball.
Hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. On 1st down, they'll run. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Broncos want to end it in regulation if they can. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. To throw. Here's Willis.
Up there.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. He'll look to throw it.
Real QB vision.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun.
No, you're right.
He lost the football. And the Eagles get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Here he is to throw. On the move, headed right. Davis makes the play along the sideline. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question. They leave too much time on the clock. Stay tuned.
Probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Returnable from the 2.
Bro, like, bro.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And they steal it back on the return.
That's ridiculous. 2 fumbles. Yeah. Juju and Schmidt and shoes. Flips it down. What is Tony doing? Shit, man.
got Fizz, her, he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shout it, he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit. Boy, I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gang yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. Never catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop a thrown down, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow in a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene, what you do? You and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. We be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling.
Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Willis now to throw. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Throwing is Willis. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down for Tennessee.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll drop this down to Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. We're back in Music City after this. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Willis now to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Nashville. In a moment, a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Willis. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Willis. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Willis to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Atlanta. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule. The closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short...
play a pro like that. Wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't God we trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they're curious. I mean, in my unit, do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all of be always serving us. All up in between they when they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Barriers, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Fight the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people up with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we bless and reminisce on my people notorious. Do you really wanna party like that? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they are froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, this my last soda. 5:45, got the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing for me like an athlete.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Willis. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And here's Willis now off the play fake. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They go to Johnson again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Willis to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jackson. Gets by him at the 25. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll roll him out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Andre Johnson, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Here's Willis. Gates with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Willis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Willis will look to pass again here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Antonio Gates, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Willis will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Shotgun snap to Willis. will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This little short throw to Witten. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And shedding through the tackle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And this one too low.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 5. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Sheds off the tackle, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Shoves him aside, and he works free. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Willis. And that's complete to Gates. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Willis looking to throw it. He's got room at the 30, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth.
Again, Willis to throw.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now Jones. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that Enzo? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. I'm beneath the going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm on. I get ice till I can't even. Sorry, mama, yeah, I nut. It was me and bro, back on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt. So she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing, another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up, still stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 Up in up. What you gon' do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guap. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the flow elevator, we facing my brand. You want deposits, the memo, cash. Red light, yellow light, green light, gold. The event, side to the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend caught want me alone. My she's be at home, but I'm businessman, so I give her a loan now. You pumps in the chain from the homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Up in up. Stunt.
I literally marked him. Am I like, yo, this is. I'm marked him.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy.
Aggressive man.
I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fence.
Where'd he go?
Plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off the field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots for some high, just juke it. Hitting my desk. I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy.
Aggressive man. Where'd he go? He'll sub if you get a touchdown before your last down, and he'll like if you go more than 20 yards in the first down.
Pushing the rock up the hill, falling down to your grave. I can help you carry all that weight. Reach out your hand to me, child, if you wanna be saved. Just put $1 in the bucket every day after day, and watch your problems, anxiety, struggle, spirit away. And at the end of the road, I know a place. You poor thing, I'm sure they'll let you walk right in the gate.
Getting kind of dangerous. Feels like it's a load. My mind stunning like a cloud of dust. My heart always wants to run. Oh, if you want to count on a wild horse, right now.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go.
He'll sub if you get a touchdown before your last down, and he'll like if you go more than 20 yards on the first or second down.
Still going past the 30. Shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone.
Now this is where practicing scenarios comes into play, because every eventuality gets covered. And for defensive teams that really have a swagger about themselves and really don't care much, they actually relish this.
Which one are you?
Stop these guys.
I'm the black.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Again, Peterson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Adrian Peterson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short.
Okay, you get a like and sub.
Punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I gotta go, but I'll check on your Chanel tomorrow.
All right, brother. Appreciate that.
Here's Cunningham. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. He may go. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcons. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He will score. Touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look, he's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and a couple. Now Willis. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. To throw, here's Willis. He'll drop this down to Peterson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now Willis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Cunningham. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, Peterson again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
.154 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw, Willis. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Willis. He'll find Metcalf. Fighting through it, he's got space. Still going. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf, 39 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head, after after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that's reestablished confidence in him to run this offense.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll try the middle with Peterson. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
So we're going to count real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it. He's having himself a game.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Cunningham looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, my goodness.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Falcons grab it. Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in this 1st half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there, but obviously he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a 2nd time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Willis looks to pass it here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Last play of the half, Willis. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point.
This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And what a big-time play there. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Here's Willis. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Willis. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw, Willis. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Cunningham. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now Cunningham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Now Willis to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Willis looking to throw it. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Willis will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Willis to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, here's Willis. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Willis wants to pass it again. Here's a screen to Powell. He's into space past the 25. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Adrian Peterson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. They will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown. Extra point forthcoming.
What?
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Oh, what a move. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Cunningham to throw. Giggs has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Peterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Willis to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage.